You are most likely aware that STAAR 2.0 now includes short constructed response questions. But you may be wondering, what should I look for in student answers? I'm going to go over what a student sample answer might look like. Angela here from Custom Classroom, helping make test prep simple. To look at the samples more closely, you can go to the TEA website where they have released sample scoring guides for different grade levels. A short constructed response question, or SCR, will be scored with a rubric similar to this one, but they will not all look the same since they are specific to each item or question. Students can score up to 2 points. To sum it up, they're basically looking for a correct answer to a question with at least one relevant piece of evidence. If students have both, they get 2 points. If they have one but not the other, they get 1 point, and 0 points if they miss both of these. The prompt I'm looking at today is based on an article about astronauts living and working in space. The question is, what is the author's main message in the article? Support your answer with evidence from the article. So here are a couple examples of what a 0 answer might look like. It is going to the stuff of NASA astronauts' life, staying in there, the jobs they have to do there, and how to move safely. So here this is incorrect because it's unclear and very confusing with no evidence. The next one says, what I think is the main message is that you can try to follow your dreams and to keep trying no matter what. Well, here this one is incorrect because it does not address the actual author's main message and has no evidence. Here are some examples of what a score 1 looks like. In this article, the author's main message is showing how much preparation goes into being an astronaut on the ISS. The astronauts have to do many things to get ready for living in space, and the author conveys that in this article. So here, this one, the answer is acceptable about the message, but the student does not include evidence, just some very broad ideas from the passage. The next one says, it is not easy to become a NASA astronaut. In 2017, 12 people were selected for NASA's new aeronautic class. There were 7 men and 5 women were chosen from a field of more than 18,000 applicants. Candidates need a degree in engineering, biological science, physical science, or math. So here you can tell, 1, they didn't copy it exactly correct, but 2, this is them trying to just copy text directly from the passage. So these examples are relevant to the main message, but since they don't actually state the main message, they're only going to get 1 point. All right, here's an example of what students that scored a 2 might look like, and this is the maximum number of points. I think the main message the author is trying to construct is working on the ISS is difficult and is a struggle for people, even if they already know a lot of science and technology. It takes a lot of time and effort for people who really believe they want to be an astronaut. Supported sentences from article. Paragraph 1, life can be very unpredictable for astronauts on the ISS. Part of the station might stop working at any time. Paragraph 5, mission prep begins with 2 years before liftoff. Paragraph 14, 12 out of 18,000 applicants were approved by NASA. So here, this student is including both pieces that are being looked for. 1, they clearly state what the author's message is, and it is correct. And 2, they include quite a bit of relevant evidence. And you can see it's not even that smooth. They're simply listing and stating where they're getting this evidence from. But because it's relevant, they got both points. The next one, I think, is a great example of what a short answer, but correct, might look like. I think the main message is that it takes a lot of hard work and training to be a part of the ISS. Mission prep begins about 2 years before liftoff. So here we see proof that TEA will give 2 full points to a very short answer on the short constructed response questions. It does not have to be super long. This student states what the main message is and states one piece of evidence that supports that message, and there you go, they got 2 points. I also want to point out that no part of this rubric is grading grammar or mechanics. So you can see there's many mistakes in these students' answers, but that does not affect their overall score. Now I'm going to go through an example short constructed response question from one of my new task card sets on controlling idea. So here I'm going to quickly read the passage and what a question might look like. Have you ever wondered how dolphins sleep while continuing to swim through the ocean? They actually sleep with one eye open. Dolphins, similar to humans, need up to 8 hours of sleep per day. Research has shown that, similar to other sea life, dolphins have the ability to rest half of their brain at a time. They can remain swimming. By only shutting down half of their brain, they have the ability to continue to surface to breathe. This also allows them to watch out for potential predators. Great white sharks and tiger sharks may view a sleeping dolphin as a vulnerable target. So here is a possible question that would go with this passage. What is the controlling idea of the article? Support your answer with evidence from the article that is different than your answer choice above. And so in this case, the previous one is also looking for text evidence. So included in this set, I give you a sample of what the rubric might look like and what a possible response might appear. So here, if you're getting 2 points, students have a complete response that is explaining the controlling idea. It also includes at least one piece of supporting evidence. The evidence is accurate to support their response, and the response and the evidence are both coming and supported with the text. 1 point is a partial response that might include an explanation of the controlling idea, but not evidence, or a partial might be just paraphrasing straight from text evidence. And 0 is either the response is inaccurate, the response is not based on the text, or they do not provide a response. So here's what this question might look like its answer. The controlling idea is that dolphins sleep half their brain at a time so they can keep swimming. The article states by only shutting down half of their brains, they have the ability to continue to surface and breathe. So here it's short and simple, states the controlling idea, supports it with one piece of text evidence, and that could be 2 points. If you're looking to practice more short constructed response with your students, you should check out my new set of task cards that include short constructed response questions, rubrics, and sample answers. I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to my channel and get notifications about new STAAR videos.